toiletarians. Hope you guys aren't really that crippled with anxiety after the last episode. If you are, stop watching. Other than that, welcome. I'm Toilet Terry, and you're watching Toilet Talk with Terry. That would be me. Tonight's topic is skeletons in the closet. That reminds me of a story. Oh yeah, going back to, like I said on the last episode, the Taylor Bronner Hospital. Yes. It was being torn down and rebuilt. They couldn't implode it because of its surroundings, so they were having to go floor by floor, dismantling the whole entire thing. When the crew was on the second floor, by the time they got there, they found a skeleton in the closet. It freaked them out so much that they called the police. When the police got there, they directed the police to this closet where there was a skeleton fully clothed and standing upright. Right? It creeped them out. And the police said, well, if we find out that it was somebody important, we'll let you know. And so then, yes, a few days went by. They decided they couldn't stand the skeleton anymore, so then they called the police to ask them if they had found any reports, and the police said, yes, you have found somebody very important. And then they said, oh, really? Who was it? And then he said, the National Goober Hide-and-Seek champion? That kind of makes sense. That ain't the first encounter my grandfather has had with a skeleton, though. When he was a little boy, I'm gonna tell you this, he was out looking for work as a kid, right? All day until nightfall. When night fell, he decided to just sleep in a run-down house, right? So then he fell asleep the minute his head hit the pillow. Oh, well, not too long later, he was awakened by a thump on the roof. He lit a candle, really scared, and he was like, who's there? And then it happened. A voice said, I'm falling down now. And then a skeleton arm landed right through the roof onto the floor. Terrified, he was shaking. And then he was like, what's going on? And then again the voice said, I'm falling down now. And then a skeleton leg busted through the roof, landed on the ground. And then the voice again then said, I'm coming down now. And then the rest of his body parts just fell through the roof. And yeah, you get the picture. And then he put himself together. And then the skeleton stood up. Before he knew it, the skeleton was just standing right there in front of him with the sickest grin on his face. And then, yeah, that was creepy. I know. The skeleton said to him, as he could tell the boy, my grandfather, was trying to hide his fear, you're very brave, little boy. Do you have the strength and the courage to wrestle with me? And of course, he did not dare refuse. So then they wrestled up and down, back and forth, all throughout the house until my grandfather remembered a trick that his brother had taught him, and he suddenly twisted and threw the skeleton onto the ground. You have won, the skeleton said. So, after my grandfather had won against the skeleton, he said, I think this deserves a reward. And then the skeleton said, come on, follow me. I'm gonna show you some of my treasure. You can have some of it. And so then, he followed the skeleton into the other room. The skeleton blew out his candle that he had lit. Annoyed, he said, stop it. And he lit the candle again. The skeleton blows it out again. Stop it. He lights it again. And then the skeleton blew out the candle again and he said, stop it, or I'll break your bones. Savage. And then the skeleton says to him, wow, you are so brave. Yeah, that definitely deserves the reward. Come on, I'm going to show you the treasure. So then he lights the candle again, walks in the room. It's surrounded by treasure, silver and gold everywhere. And then the skeleton says to him, you take it, and I want you to promise me something. You will minister to the poor. Give it to the poor, and then you can keep another portion for yourself. You need to promise me that. And sincerely, surely but sincerely, the boy, my grandfather, promised him. Yes, sir. And then the skeleton cackled, and then he began to disappear, piece by piece by piece by piece, until the skeleton was gone. And then my grandfather took it to the poor families, kept the rest for himself, and took it home to his family. this skeleton must have been pretty nice. I'd say so. A little glimpse into our next story. She was practicing alone, at home alone, one night. She was practicing a music piece. She heard someone clapping for her. She was like, thank you, but then she realized, wait, I live alone. That leads me into our next topic. Join us on the next Toilet Talk with Terry for Living Alone. Alright, don't forget to click subscribe for more scary and spooky and entertaining content that's to come. It's gonna be lit, spooky, and scary. You don't want to miss it. Good night, everybody. Make sure Bigfoot don't get you.